This video demonstrates how to fix line width issues in Corel Draw. All elements within your design must be at least 1 point. Any element that is thinner than 1 point will not print. You can check to see if an element within an image is sufficiently thick by drawing a 1-point line next to it. Here is an example of a sailboat image that has portions of it which do not meet the ProWorld guidelines. Notice that the line we drew is thicker than several of the lines in this sailboat. These areas will need to be fixed to ensure that these lines will not disappear when the design is printed. Oftentimes, advanced editing techniques will be required to fix your art. In these cases, a professional graphic artist may be needed. With that said, here are a few easy techniques you may find useful when preparing your art for printing. If the problematic areas of your art were created using outlines, the following steps are useful for thickening the lines to ensure proper printing. Go to Edit, Find and Replace, and Find Objects. Make sure Begin a New Search is selected and click Next. Switch to the Outlines tab. Select Outline Properties and then Next. Click the box next to Width. Change the search criteria to less than, change the units to points, and then set the width to 1 point. Click Next, then Finish. Now click on Find All in the window that appears. This will select all objects in your document that have outlines that are less than 1 point wide. Now go to Window, then Dockers, then Properties. Now click on the Outline tab. Here, you can change the width of all the outlines of your image to the minimum width of 1 point. While we have corrected the stroke weight, we have created a knockout problem where knockout is not at least 2 points. Please see our knockout video for a more detailed explanation. If you still have objects in your design that are too thin to print, this is most likely because they are colored using fill instead of stroke. Techniques for fixing this type of problem are numerous and fall outside of the scope of this video. With this in mind, here's one quick trick that works in many cases. Just as before, we drew a 1-point blue line for reference to help determine if our lines are sufficiently thick. First, make sure your document color palette is open. To open it, go to Window, then Color Palettes. Then click Document Palette if it doesn't already have a check next to it indicating that it is open. Select the object you wish to thicken. Right-click the color in the document palette that corresponds to the existing fill color of the object. If necessary, increase the width of the outline to make sure that the total width of the object is a minimum of 1 point. Note that the outline width value you set here is in addition to the width of the existing object, so you will usually need to add only 0.5 points or less to achieve the desired line thickness. While we may fix some areas, we may cause issues in others. It is imperative to double-check your design thoroughly after making changes. ProWorld Custom. Produce your own custom transfers at pwcustom.com.